in this box contains greatness. Can you see it? Can you see it? All of today's photos are edited with my presets down in the description. £10 will get you 114 presets. Good value for money if you ask me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and go below and drop a comment saying 1DX Mark III. Good morning guys, welcome back to another POV. Today I've got the absolute beast, the absolute god of gods, Canon 1DX Mark III with the 16 to 35mm f2.8 lens on. And this setup right here, this is a beast. It is to have a nice chilled morning walkabout with the camera and just see what we can get. Now obviously 16mm is nice and super wide on this, and then we go to 35. Depending on what I'm shooting at, I'll let you know as I'm shooting at it. So if I'm shooting at 35, I'll say I'm shooting at 35. If I'm shooting at 16, then obviously I'll tell you as well. The rain, I want it to either rain or go away. It's supposed to rain a lot in the next hour. Okay, so the first shot we're going to get, obviously because it's raining, there are some nice puddles around. So I'm going to throw it on the floor. I'm going to be focusing on the sky garden over there. So let's get the sky garden center focus. It's on 24mm on the focal length. Nice and simple shot. I could probably do that at 35 actually. 35 is much better. Okay, so the one on the screen is at 35, so that's 35mm, 1,000th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. Nice simple reflection shot to get us going, just to kind of, you know, get the juices flowing. Up towards the bank. As you're going past kind of this, I don't know if you know where this area is, I don't even know what it's called, but if you're coming down this way from Tower Bridge, you've got like the Sky Garden and 22 Bishopsgate on your right hand side. You have these walls, so they're all reflective. So what you can do is you can use this as a reflective, this as a reflective, stick the lens kind of in the corner and you're going to get a reflection and reflection. So let's throw that in the corner there and just focus on the Sky Garden. Okay, that is at 20mm. So is that good? I think I can try it. Let me try it at 35. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the one on the screen is at 24mm. That's 1,000th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100 again. Just something a little bit different, trying to get more reflections in there. There's always reflections everywhere, you just got to kind of look for them. I do love this building. I'm going to see if I can get a nice wide shot of this, because I've never actually shot it. If you look up, it's pretty cool, right? Let's see if we can get a nice wide shot, nice little look up shot. Bit different. That harsh edging, it's really nice. I mean, it's a bit simple, but some of the architectural shots can be quite nice. Very edgy, sharp, and yeah, I like it. A bit moody as well because of the sky, but otherwise pretty sick. Okay, so what I'm going for is I'm trying to get the boat in the center of Tower Bridge, just so it kind of looks cool. Okay, that's all right. That's not bad at 35mm. I mean, it's not great. If I do another one at 60mm, you can see the difference. I mean, that's kind of cool. I like the scale of 16mm. It's really nice. There's a couple of runners running towards me down the other side of the bridge. Should we see if we can get something of them? Don't know what, but we'll see. I think the framing would be if we can get the Sky Garden. Yeah. Okay, let's get the settings and just kind of like as they run past, see if we can get them in frame. 3, 2, 1. A little bit different of a shot, but nice action shot nonetheless. So that was shot at 16mm, 3200th of a second, f2.8, ISO 200. And because I've got that high shutter speed on, it kind of captures them in motion. So 2 cycles here, I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'll put on 8,000th of a second, throw it up to 500 ISO, and as they cycle past, it should just capture them just like kind of straight in. Like so. And you can see, I mean, just as a demonstration, really, you don't get that motion blur. because you're shooting at such a fast shutter speed, it kind of just captures the image instantaneously. I've gone a little mission over west, so I'm going to jump over west. I'm going to come back over this side towards London Bridge afterwards. Let's see if we can get some shots in here before I get to the bottom. Okay, so I've shown this before on other videos, but if you come to the doors, you can have the doors open. I don't know how loud it is for you guys, but just slide it open. As you can see, it like provides this nice framing. Okay, so the first ones I took them were at 16mm settings, because obviously it's quite a low light inside. It's like 160th of a second, f2.8, ISO 800. Gate station, I'm going to be heading out soon. Next train's in 2 minutes. I'm going to get a nice little long exposure one. So I've got it on 15th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100 at 16mm. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this like kind of leading line down. Kind of like this, I think. That looks good. And then train goes past. And hopefully works tasty. So I'm going to move past the billboards because I've got time. I'm going to make sure I frame my shot nicely. I'm going to come down a little bit and try and get the Notting Hill Gate sign just in the corner of it. So if I come back a little bit more, I think that's good. So then as he comes down, as the train comes down here, this hold nice and steady. We've got it set to the center focus point, and just hold it down, and then fingers crossed we get a decent shot. I mean, now trying to keep this as steady as possible. Okay, so last minute on that one, I changed the settings to 4th of a second, f7.1, ISO 100. The reason I did that is because the shutter speed that I had it on wasn't going to be long enough to get like a decent exposure, so the trails wouldn't look that good. But I'm happy with that, especially when you stitch it all together and it ends up doing like a boomerang effect. Okay, so there's a shot that I want to get here. I'm going to wait for somebody to come down the stairs. So you've got above, you've got the Notting Hill Underground Station sign, which just says Underground. I've got it at 16mm, 500th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. And I just wanted someone for scale, really. Boom. There you go. Thank you very much. Didn't have to wait too long. Sometimes with those you've got to wait ages, but I'll take that. That was nice and quick. Yeah, just walking some of the back roads here, and there's this old style Mini which I absolutely love. I love the old style Minis a lot. I'm just gonna get a shot of it because it looks kind of cool in front of this building. I'm gonna go directly opposite it because I think that's probably the best angle. Nice simple shot. That was at 35mm. Okay, so those last two were shot at 16mm. Settings are 640th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. It's just a really nice. I don't know if you've ever been to this side of London, but it's very chill, very nice, very quiet. So comment below, is there any specific day that you guys enjoy shooting? Personally for me it's Sunday, because it's always the quietest in the mornings. I think this is a dead end down here, but we will see. Maybe is it? I don't know. So just come down those stairs and come into this really beautiful mews. Look at it, it's beautiful. You wouldn't have guessed this is in London. There's a house down here that's really amazing. Oh, wow, I'd love to live in one of these. I really like that. What an amazing house. This little archway is really nice. And there's a bit of water, maybe I can get a reflection shot, but let's just get this simple one for now. Get the lean line. Got some nice lighting coming there as well. Okay, let's see if we can get it on a reflection down here. Well, kind of. I mean, it's a bit grimy, but okay. I mean, that's all right. It kind of shows like a little window into an alternative reality, which I always view reflections as. But this one's really nice. This archway. I'm gonna wait for this dude to walk through the frame actually. So we got that at 24mm. And got the dude walking across, which is perfect. Settings were 1/1600th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. So there's this puddle here. There's a dude coming down the road on a scooter, and I'm going to try and get him as he goes through the frame. You get him? And there's a reflection as well, which is nice. But actually that reflection just on its own is nice. So I'm going to get to the corner of the building. Just like that. Nice. There you go. So the first one was at 60mm and that last one was at 24mm. Settings are 500th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. Kind of double back a little bit and then kind of take the back streets around. I've got to get back to Tower Bridge by 10:30. So I'm heading down towards South Ken now, and then I've got to get back to Tower Bridge for 10:30, and then I've got to come back this way and then walk. I know, so I'm going over and coming back and then going through. But this is a nice long chilled POV, so plenty of time to go yet, plenty of time. Thank you so much, have a nice day. Okay, so I'm just getting the tube over to Tower Bridge, gonna get like a look down shot here, which is quite cool. Okay, so that's at 16mm, 200th of a second, f2.8, ISO 400. Ideally in that situation I probably could have pushed the ISO down a bit more and then dropped the shutter, but still works, still looks fine. Yeah, good. O flat white, please.
O flat white?
Please, mate.
2 in 1 day. Man, so good to see you.
Yeah,
Well, it's great to see you, man.
Yeah, we'll link up.
Keep hustling.
Okay, so it was good to meet up with Mike. I'll link him below. If you don't know who M Visuals is, he's an incredible photographer here in London. I'll link him below for you guys to go and check out. I just really like the street actually. It's the Morocco store, but there's also a reflection down here. You can actually see it on the video, which looks sick. I'm gonna get a shot here. Also, Mike Chudley is coming in later on, so I'll be meeting up with Mike Chudley. There's so many Mikes in this industry. Why is everyone Mike who's a photographer? Just as a simple shot, that's at 16mm. You can see that's 640th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. But I want something or someone in the frame. I'm gonna try and use the yellow lines as kind of like a leading line. Did I just get him? Please tell me I got him. Okay, so that one on the screen is at 24mm, 640th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. If you guys like me telling the settings and doing it this way, let me know, because I'll continue to do that in future videos. Okay, 640th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. Nice little frame here. Cool. I really like the contrast between the shutter and the orange wall. It's quite nice actually. It's a nice shot. I've actually cropped that in, so that was shot at 35mm, but I've also in post cropped that in a little bit. Wave it around. So if any of you are unaware of what's going on in Palestine, you need to go and research it. So people have been protesting here in London to demonstrate their unhappiness, their sadness for what Israel is doing to Palestine, and I'll actually second that. Go and do some research on it, and I think you'll all agree it needs to stop. So nice little plane shot here in Tottenham Road. I'm going to continue heading down towards Fenchurch now, but just got these nice, it's really nice actually, just like an architecture shot. You've got this leading line of the banister, and then you've also got like the glass and the metal. Okay, so Mike has cancelled. Mike doesn't have a train to get in, but I'm just going down towards that way anyway, so I'm going to get a symmetrical shot going down Going down the escalator. I'm going to get one down the bottom as well. That was at 16mm, 125th of a second, f2.8, ISO 400. I'm going to get another one at the bottom. So I'm going to focus on the stop sign, face upwards. Just to get that nice cool symmetrical shot at 16mm. Again, 125th of a second, f2.8, ISO 400. Okay, so I'm down by St. Paul's area, and there's actually a cool kind of like look-up shot with this these escalators at the bottom. Okay, so the shot, as you go up the escalator, kind of just rest your hand there. Like that. So there's multiple shots you can get from this location. So the shot I want to get from up here is I want to poke around the corner and get the reflection shot. So this is going to be at 16mm, and then I'm going to get one right against the side. There's this shot. I've got this shot before, but here you can get almost 3 St. Paul's in. So we'll focus on the top part, 16mm, 1250th of a second, f2.8. Bam. We go from back here. Does that give us more? I mean, that's still 24mm. I think I prefer it from that side actually. Lloyd's building to do some look-up shots, because I haven't done some in a while really. Just thought I'd do some, get some nice simple ones at 16mm. So let's throw it on, get the settings all nice. Oh, straight away, bam. I love look-up shots. So this is the look up there. Focus on one of the buildings. You can see if I can get a reflection off one of them. The downside is this one here has got like a lip on it, so you can't really see, but I'm gonna get on this side. There if I go. Actually, the raindrops look quite nice. If I can focus on the raindrops. It's a little bit different from this area. Not my best work, but I actually want to try and find a new rooftop. For those settings, it was 16mm, 1250th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. I'm going to get a nice look up down here, look up shot here. Nice plane, but that looks nice. And we're going to put it into 35mm, same settings, and I'm going to focus on the sky garden, because I quite like the sky garden poking through there. See if I can get more of the sky garden in actually. I'm thinking if I coagulate some of this water together, like push it into one, all of this, I might be able to get another reflection shot, but I'm going to do it from this side I think. Let's have a look. As is, yeah. So I'm going to push all this water into one kind of puddle. I know, right? It looks stupid. Just pushing water, but it's for the shot. It's definitely worth it. So then spread that out so it looks nice. Get the camera down there, get on to 16mm. Then we're gonna reduce the shutter, put it back a little bit. Does that work? I think it does. I'm kind of on the side, so I can't really see. Nice, actually that's really good. Now this is a reflective surface anyway, but with the water it just adds to it. I really love look up shots. Just adds like an entire different perspective. I'd love to get on that rooftop. It's obviously raining quite hard now. I'm going to slowly make my way back to the car, which isn't too far, and I'll get some shots along the way. So just behind here there's Aldgate Station, so I can't see, but I'm going to peer the camera over the top and just try and get a shot, see if I can see anything. Try and get in the centre. There is a train in there actually, so that works quite well. That looks alright. That last shot, the shot that I did get was at 16mm, 125th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. Oh, it is raining hard now. It is absolutely glorious when you get some good reflections. I just love reflections. I've always been obsessed with them. In the future, what I want to do is I actually want to open up a gallery at some point in the future dedicated to reflections. Now there is a huge puddle here. So I'm going to see if I can jump over and get it. There's a good clearing now after these bikes. Okay. Bus is coming. Let's get it all squared up. Did it work? It did, but again, you can see on the screen, I mean, that's a 35mm. It works alright. Settings are 1250th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. The downside is, as you can see, is the fucking barrier is in the way. I'm hoping there's going to be another puddle a bit further up. Okay, so bus coming in, reflection down here, jump in front of the bus. Bam, bam, bam. Get another one. Do we get it? I think we'll take that. Sick. Let's get this cyclist. Coming in hot, hot, hot. Bam. Oh, that actually turned out pretty cool actually. Because as he came towards me, I kind of just turned the camera slightly. That last shot I just took, the one that is still on the screen, is that was at 16mm. Settings were 800th of a second, f2.8, ISO 100. Okay, let's get one last shot. I'm going to use this reflection here. Okay, got that nice reflection shot of the shard and the dude running through the frame. Wow, great shot. Okay. I'll end it there. Let's jump into the hashtag and see which photos catch my eye today. If you don't use the hashtag OpticalWander over on Instagram, I upload every single day. And if you want to get a chance to be featured on this channel, then use the hashtag OpticalWander over on Instagram. I think we can all agree this is an absolute beast of a camera, both in size and in quality. Today I haven't even touched on a quarter of what the capabilities of this camera is. I just wanted to go out and shoot with it, to be honest. But let's jump into the hashtag and see what photos you guys have been shooting over the last day. Okay, we're going to head over to the most recent. It's on 83,600. As I just stated, I post every single day on this channel and I go through the hashtag every single day as well. So scrolling down, if you do want to get featured, make sure you use the hashtag OpticalWander. Scrolling down, that's a cool shot. I like that you've used two people in front of you to kind of like frame the guy playing the guitar. That's cool. That's from It's So Photos. Going down, this one is from Joe Cowell, who went to the what's it called, that caffeine machine place. Never actually been there, but yeah, like your shots, dude. Nice panning shot there from photography_RSM. Got a nice selection there. That's cool that you've done that panning shot of the amulets through the trees like that. That's a cool like sunset and reflection. What is that? It's the Point Walter Sandbar. Nice. Okay, let's do two more. That's insane from Vic T Vic. That's insane. I've never actually tried doing this type of photography, but that is mesmerizing and dreamy. That one's cool. I like the framing from JX Visions. Really nice. Love that set. Love it a lot. So again, presets are down below in the description. For £10 you get 114. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload these types of videos. There's POV, vlogs, tutorials. You've lasted this long, so you might as well. You're committed now. Come and join. If you haven't as well, head over to Instagram, come and follow me, and I'll see you on my stories and in tomorrow's video. Create more, stress less. I mean, if you have lasted this long, then I can pretty much do what I want, because I don't think you've lasted this long. If you are here, go down in the comments and be like, I made it that far. I made it to when you were talking absolute shit. Create more, stress less, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.